Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Striving to be the Best. My name is Andy Hills, Superintendent of Schools, and today I'm joined by Dave Ryder, Principal of Overlook Elementary School. Dave, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. So we've been kind of visiting, talking about each of our schools, and now it's Overlook's turn on this show. And so we're excited to hear what's happening at Overlook and you. But maybe just tell us a little bit about your background and how long you've been part of our administrative team here in Wadsworth.
Sure. So this is my 10th year in Wadsworth. I spent my first day at the middle school with Eric Jackson, and then Mrs. Simpson went to Grizzly Academy, and so I was able to fulfill that role here for the last 2 years.
Okay, very good. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your background before you came here?
So we could probably spend the entire show talking about where I've been and all the different jobs I've had, but I started, a long time ago, 31 years ago, in Northwestern Middle School as a science teacher, and just kind of bounced to Tuslaw Schools as a teacher and then a principal, and then found my way here to Wadsworth.
Very good. And I think that's important because, our administrative team, I think, is so successful because we have such a vast array of backgrounds that people bring to the table, and your experiences prior to here have definitely helped shape things that we're doing in this district. So you're in your second year at Overlook after spending a number of years at the middle school. Why don't you tell us what's impressed you about Overlook since you've been there?
Well, I knew going into the Overlook position, again, Aaron had done an amazing job of just getting that building on the right track and just the focus and the energy they had. So I knew coming into it, it was, a pretty successful building. So what I've noticed the most, and I think what is, impressive to me is, just the Overlook community and just the support with the parents and the teachers. And it really starts with, our PTO is super supportive, and they do so many initiatives to help our teachers, help our students, and then the students are also amazing. I mean, they come every day ready to learn. I think of our morning when the kids come to school, it's like a big pep rally. And so if you walk through our hallways, teachers are hugging students, they're high-fiving, and it's just a great environment with a lot of energy in the mornings.
Yeah, it's exciting to see the mornings that I walk through, exactly see what you're describing. And yeah, I think one of the common themes that we've heard over and over again as we've talked to principals of each of the buildings is just that amazing culture and community feeling that's created within our schools. And Overlook definitely has had that, and you've done a nice job building upon that during your time here. Why don't you tell us, what are you most proud of at Overlook? There's a lot going on. Can you pick out some things that most proud of?
Yeah, I mean, I think, one of the things that we're really, really focused on this year is just the whole idea of the literacy. And so we just got done celebrating Read Across America, and we had a big readathon. And so with Read Across America, we were tracking actual minutes that students were reading. And so in that week or a couple weeks that we were tracking the reading, we had over 70,000 minutes where students were reading, and the teachers were excited because the students were excited, and at some points teachers were given grief from the students because they stopped the reading sessions and they wanted to keep reading. And during that week we had times where the students would drop everything and read, and so we'd see kids in the hallways reading books, or we'd see kids at the beginning of gym class that would stop and read. And so it was exciting just to kind of refuel that love for reading and just keep that momentum with literacy going.
That's fantastic. How about other initiatives? There's a lot happening within the district, but also within Overlook. Can you talk a little bit about some initiatives that you have going on this school year?
Sure. We're really, along with the literacy, we're really focusing on our PBIS and really just reinforcing, being safe, kind, and responsible on a daily basis, but then also, trying to help the students live that. So we do a lot of incentives, a lot of initiatives to keep the students just engaged with that whole process. And so what Mrs. Lane, our counselor, and I do is every Tuesday we call them PBIS pancakes. And so we bring a group of students down. It's usually about 10 to 12, and we make them breakfast, and then we just take time to have a little bit of an outreach and fellowship with them and just reinforce those concepts. And so the other thing that we really are focusing on are character strong traits. And so that character strong monthly traits, we celebrate those with awards, and we celebrate those in the classroom as well. And then we're a part of Valley View's initiative for the Great Grizzly Domino Effect. And so I know today we videotaped our students, and we had about 400 items that were donated, and then we lined those up in the hallway and kind of celebrated as the dominoes fell. And I know some of the pictures that I shared here, we had our preschoolers this week that filled up shopping carts full of their products that they donated, and then they were delivering those. So it was just a great, feel, and a great, just a great way to get the community involved. And then obviously all the food items are going to go to Medina County and feed people.
That's fantastic. I was just over at Franklin before I came here, and I just missed it, but I saw the video from Mrs. Kelly of their domino being tipped and all the pieces going down. But they probably had 15 large garbage bags filled with food that's going to Medina County. So what a great initiative from you guys and all of the other schools here to do. So one of the things that makes Overlook unique compared to our other elementaries is the presence of our preschool program. Can you tell us what's happening with preschool these days?
Yeah, preschool definitely brings a different element to our building. A lot of energy and a lot of students. We have about 100 preschool students, so we typically have about 50 in the morning, 50 in the afternoon, and that preschool is run by primarily Ashley Rudicelli, who does an amazing job with the staff and with the students and with the parents in coordinating all of that. We are Step Up to Quality Gold, kind of a gold star, gold rated, which is the top rating for that. And it just takes a lot of initiative on Ashley's part, and then just making sure that we're covering everything we need to cover to provide the best instruction for those kids.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And a lot of people may not realize as a public school district that we have an obligation to provide services for students starting at age 3 if they're identified with learning disabilities. And as part of that, we offer a typical peer program. So if there's an interest that anybody may have in wanting to explore our preschool program, they would reach out to Miss Ashley Rudicelli at Overlook Elementary School. Ashley is our supervisor of the preschool. But yeah, that's a fantastic program, doing some really good work with our youngest kids. And I know that I saw some pictures on the screen with the preschool kids like you were talking about, and it's just fun to be able to see them.
Yeah, it's definitely, there's a lot of energy in that kindergarten and preschool hallway in the morning.
Yeah, that's great. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us about Overlook?
I just think, I probably, if I think about some of the things I'm most proud is really just the overall community feel. I mean, and then I mentioned the PTO a little bit, but they really have a supportive group. They are student friendly, they're teacher friendly, and really, really support, our students and also our teachers. And so, I mean, that when I first started at Overlook, I was just blown away by their participation, and it seems to just grow every month. We have great participation at meetings, and they really help drive that. Parent volunteers reading, mystery readers, Oasis tutors. We really do have a great support system at Overlook with a lot of kind of hands in the pot to help stir and keep everything going the right direction.
Yeah, we're just so, it's amazing to hear that, and we're just so fortunate. I'm reminded all the time how fortunate our school district is to have the level of community support that we do. There's just so many things that we're able to do and offer for kids because of that incredible community support. So, for those that are volunteering and doing all that work at Overlook, thank you. And as a kind of more of a holistic approach, all of our volunteers out there, thank you for what you're doing for our school district as well, the support that you're giving us. Well, Dave, it's been great talking to you. I'm glad things are going well at Overlook. Keep up the good work.
Yep,
We're very proud of the work that you, the staff, and students are doing there. And until next time when we focus on Grizzly Academy, thank you for your continued support of our school district, Wadsworth.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.